Welcome to Late Night with Rosa, where we get down to the arts of the matter. My darlings, mis queridos, welcome y bienvenidos to Late Night with Rosa, getting down to the arts of the matter. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're back from previously, welcome back. Thank you so much for your support. And if you're new, hello, thank you so much. And I appreciate you joining me today. And I hope that I gained a fan and that you'll join me forever and all that good stuff. But first and foremost, before we get into the topic of today, which is the art of cooking, I just want to know, how you doing? How you feeling? How's it going for you guys? I know right now is a really, really tough time. I'm sending out my love and my prayers out to all of you. If you do have family or friends or any loved ones that are going through it right now, and I'm speaking in regards to the coronavirus, know that there are people out there that are praying for you, that we're pendiente. Estamos rezando por ti. Te mandamos mucho amor. No estás solo o sola. Should anyone need any kind of support, kind words, anything, please feel free to reach out. Late Night with lindarosa@gmail.com. You know, it's really, really I don't think anybody was really expecting any of this or to be as crazy and serious as it is. And I just hope that people who are not mindful right now are becoming more mindful. This is not something to play with. I won't base my episode on that, only because I feel like all we do lately is watch it on the news and hear this on this side and this side and that side. And I feel like we're being consumed with this. And I just feel like, get your mind out of it. And let me just distract your brain. Let me cloud your thoughts just for a little bit in the right way. So today, I'm not going to talk about this anymore, but I do think that this is beneficial right now, especially because a lot of us are home a lot. Today's episode is cooking and the benefits and the pleasures and the perks and the memories and all the great things that come with the artistry of cooking. I think that there's so much more love than people think when it comes to making a dish. And I've really grown to really love cooking. I love food. I love food. And especially spending time at home now, I realize how, cooking can actually be a form of meditating in a sense, of mindfulness. So we're going to get into all of that today. We're going to get into cooking, which is really, really, I think this is something that people in general love. It's because it's something that you eat, something that you do every day, something that you need to live. It's to eat, And cooking, to me, is one of the most loving things you could do for yourself and for others. So anyway, let's get into it. So why did I choose cooking for the episode? Well, I grew up around food, as we all have. But I feel like cooking is just, it's one of those things that we underestimate the value of, especially when we do it with other people or we do it together or for others. There's something so special about going out there, buying something, putting it together, making it, putting it nicely on a dish and giving it to people and watching them enjoy it. That's such a simple pleasure, and I love to get into that. And I love the artistry in it. Putting ingredients together, not just for taste, but for the aesthetics. Your dish can make a statement, depending on how powerful and the meditation and the peacefulness in it and the craziness in it too. When you work in that industry, it's insane, but It's amazing, isn't it? To be able to deliver to so many people something that you created with your skill and your artistry and from your heart. I think it's great. Like one of the people that I love to watch cooking, and I know some people don't really like him, but I'm a fan. I know he may be a dick sometimes, but I think it's because he runs some of the greater restaurants. He's won his awards. He's a very good chef. And when I watch his videos on YouTube or something, like when I actually go to watch his videos specifically, he makes it very easy to understand. And it's Gordon Ramsay. I love watching Gordon Ramsay on his TV shows, but I really love those short clips that he has because he makes it look really simple. I've actually made some of his dishes. I'm like, oh, so fue fácil. And it was good. Like he's one of the people that I watch. I'm always watching like TLC and all those other shows. You know, always trying to make something new and introduce something else. I could talk about food all day. One of the perks one of the things I love to do is cooking together. Those are one of the things that I enjoyed the most, cooking with my mom. My mom taught me how to cook. You know, she kind of forced me into it first. I'm not going to lie. Because I wasn't into it, didn't like it. And it was always these long ass tasks like mondongo. Anybody ever make mondongo? You know the process it is to make mondongo. Like mondongo, I think, if I'm not mistaken, please send me a DM or email to latenight@gmail.com. If I got it wrong. Is it mondongo tripe? I believe it's tripe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I love the memory of it because at first I hated it. And it's a process. My mom would make me sit and it's like, so the mondongo doesn't come, it's not like noodles where you could just throw it in the pot and make it. You got to cut it up. And it takes a long time, a really long time. And my mama was very particular about, you know, how you cut and the shape, not too big, not too little, whatever. And I hated it because it took me forever. I didn't want to do it. And I would hate watching like my brothers and cousins running everywhere. Yo, ahí cortando mondongo. I used to hate that shit. But, and then the worst was when you thought you were done cutting mondongo. And to all the people that relate, hello, because it's real. You ever start cutting mondongo and then you think you're done, right? You think you're done. You start cleaning up because it's a big mess. You're making a bunch of shit. You start packing it up to put it away so it can get cooked and everything. And right when you're about to put it all out, there's salutajo mondongo, a big ass piece comes out that you forgot to cut. It was like, excuse me, it was the worst feeling because I'm like, fuck, now I gotta sit back down and cut this shit. It was the worst. And then you're not gonna cut it any kind of way. You're gonna sit there, you're gonna do it right because you sat there, you cut everything else. And I know it's really annoying and I hated it, but as much as I hated it, it taught me to be dedicated. If I start something, I'm going to finish it. Just like I would finish that mondongo. And although I hated cutting mondongo and all of that, I'm a beast, yo. If you ever need some help cutting mondongo, I'm nice. Where I cut you some stars, some triangles. I cut you some shit. I'm nice with it. Don't get comfortable. Please don't. I really don't want to do it. I'm just saying because I'm such a nice person, I would help you, but I really don't want to. But I'm nice. I'm nice with the cuts. Like, you know, but it taught me how to be dedicated and how to be detailed and how to, you know, if I start some shit, finish it. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for my mother for teaching me that through cutting mondongo. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. And it was fun because I would be hanging, I would hate it. And then I just get used to it and I'd be hanging with my mom. And sitting there cooking and doing stuff with my mom was like the best way to find out all the family juice, all the family situations. You know, she would put me on to Caso Cerrado, Sábado Gigante. We would be watching La Noticia on Univision. Like me and my mom be getting into conversations, and that's how me and my mom bond. We cook together. She would teach me. You know what I mean? Like she taught me how to make a bomb ass motor with a secret ingredient that I cannot tell you because she'll kill me. However, She, when she taught me how to cook mondongo, it wasn't like, or moro. Moro is rice and peas mixed. It could be like black beans, red beans, pea, whatever, and different cultures make it differently, which is great because like we make moro, but Jamaicans make rice and peas, and it's delicious too with oxtail. Lord, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. But like when we used to make moro, it was so funny because my mom, it was never like take a tablespoon of this and a teaspoon of that. No, 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 no. That's not how I learned. It was like, mira, tú coges un piquito, ese piquito de sal, tú lo pones ahí y tú lo echas. And it's not like, oh, wait a minute. No. You watch it turns a different color, XYZ. Like it was never, and I like that because you know what? It made me feel more free where I could just like and hook it up. And that's how I cook now. I'm like, you taste it and you keep it moving, and I love that. And that's my favorite thing about cooking together. You get to know people. It's an icebreaker, whether you're cooking with your friends, and it's just a great way to have conversations. You have a drink and you cook, if you're cooking with your family, it's a great way to start conversations. And if you're cooking with your partner, you know how sexy it is to like cook together and have conversation. And I feel like it's a great nightcap too, just to do things together, to have unity. I believe that cooking together also bridges culture. You know what I mean? I would love to learn how to cook different things. Like I've actually been really, really curious to try African cuisine. I haven't tried it yet, and I'm actually really curious about that. So that's the perks of cooking together. And I love that. And I love the unity in it. And then cooking for yourself. I think people sleep on this. I think people I don't think people put that much love in cooking for themselves because it's cooking for themselves. But like, if I'm cooking for myself, I gotta make it taste good. I don't want some basic ass, just like, I want to eat good, you know what I'm saying? So when I'm home and I'm cooking, I'm going in. Yo me hago una pala de moro. Like, you could do your pre-planning, where you pre-package the food and put in the freezer. Do that, you know what I mean? But make it good, make it tasteful, make it so it's for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really not as difficult as people think. You can actually find some really easy things to cook, or make for yourself that's quick, especially if you live that life where you're on the go all the time. I get it. But I personally love cooking for myself. I'll be making some bomb ass food and then I save it and you call it a day. Like, this is a good one. Cooking is a great form of self-care. And I agree because obviously, if you're cooking, you obviously know what you're putting in it, what you're doing to it. It's your dish, it's your way, it's how you like it. And it's a great way to be mindful of what you put into your body. And believe it or not, like, how many times do you like order food and then when you decide, you know what, today I don't want to order, and you make it, you're like, man, all this time I've been ordering food, I could have made some shit. Like, it happens to me all the time. Like, I'll order, but then like one day I'm like, no, I'm gonna cook. And I'm like, man, I could be doing this shit on a regular, and then you could just tweak it how you like. And I just love the mindfulness in cooking for yourself. Like, you can turn on some music, get that vibe going. If not, it's a great way to distract your mind and just do something for yourself that you can enjoy. And it's an opportunity for you to get creative and enlighten your senses. And I just feel like we don't spend a lot of alone time with ourselves to really get to know ourselves and see the things that we like. And I think cooking is one of them. So those are the perks of cooking for yourself. And then another one is cooking for others. I know this is going to be a big one for chefs, cooks, sous chefs, all of that. I actually enjoy cooking for others, but I get a little nervous sometimes. So I'm like, yo, I know how I like it. You know what I'm saying? But not everybody's going to like certain things. So I personally get a little bit antsy when I'm cooking for other people. But I still do it because I know that I'm doing it with love, and my food is good, honey. Don't sleep on me. I can cook. I just think that it's cooking for others is a form of nurture. It's a form of showing them love. Because really, you don't have to cook for other people unless you're like a chef. I'm talking about it just in life in general. You don't have to. But there's something so unifying and so pleasant about cooking for someone or someone going out of the way to make something for you. It's really a kind gesture. And when it's good, when it's good. Oh yeah, cooking for others is a good icebreaker, isn't it? I love that. It's a great conversation piece, something to talk about. And like, what if you're like, if it's like, if you're like on a date or something and the person's cooking for you or you're cooking for them or whatever the case, I think it's sexy to cook for others. And I personally love watching people, like I love watching people cook. I zone out, especially when it's live. I love it. Watching someone pick ingredients and like, okay, you guys know that movie, Spanglish with Adam Sandler. I love that movie, and the reason why I love it is because all of the scenes that he's in cooking, like I know he's not a chef, but the way he was cutting things and putting it together, I love movies that have that cooking base. Like I love Spanglish, and mostly because of that. So, and like I said, in that movie, you should see how sexy it is. And Adam Sandler, I don't consider him the sexiest guy in the world, but in that movie, I was like, okay, Anyway, I digress. I truly enjoy the purpose and the emotion that comes from making a dish. Grabbing especially natural things, plants and different poultries and seafood and things like that, and just putting it together. And like, you guys remember your grandmother might make the best avena or the best sancocho or the best tea, or you remember people because they made that for you, or you remember a restaurant and you'll keep getting the same thing because of that. And I think that comes with, like, love comes with that. You know what I mean? I could taste it. I could literally taste the dish and be like, yo, but you made that dish. And there's something so, like I said before, there's just something so unifying about cooking, whether it's for others or together or for yourself. There's just so much, you're using so many different senses and making something. And I love the thought of eating your own art piece. Like, this is one of those things that you can create, and it's not going to stay like there, like in a statue or like in a painting or something. This is something that you watch them make it, and then you devour it, you eat it, you enjoy it, you savor it. That to me is the biggest perk. To be able to enjoy thoroughly and internally someone's gift. I love that. So right now, we're going to get into the artist of the week, which is Tiffany from Tiff Soul Food. She's coming up next. I can't wait for you guys to see her. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I don't know why I just sang, but see, that's how I get with food. That's how I get with cooking. You see what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know what to do with myself. So excited. Anyway, stay tuned. It's coming up. There we go. My darlings, mis queridos, we are now at the Artist of the Week segment. And I am so I can't wait to introduce you to her, because the quicker I get through this interview, the quicker I get to this plate.
Okay, hello.
Because we're doing a tasting.
I'm waiting for you.
And my episode was inspired by my darling Tiffany. I've known Tiffany from high school. Right. We went to Clifton High together. Right. This is the first time actually that I've actually seen Tiffany in 15 years. And I mean, just hanging out with her, watching her prep food in my house and just chilling. I mean, it's like I saw her yesterday.
Right. Like, we good.
You know, it's really a pleasure to have you, Tiff.
I appreciate you.
And I just really wanted you to come to the show because I've seen how hard you've hustled and how you've built this brand. I mean, you're still working to build it, and you're still working to, you know, progress within your business.
Right.
But I just love that you've taken the initiative to start something, a passion of yours. So tell me everything, how you started and how you're here today.
What? Yeah, well, Tiff Soul Food is 3 years in right now. I started it because I actually was working at Bath and Body Works at Garden State, and then I lost my job. I always have that hustle mentality. Like, anyone who knows me knows Tiff got a job. Like, people haven't seen me in years, and the first thing they say is like, "Where you working at?" Like, they already know I got 3, 4 jobs. Okay, I like my coins.
Of course.
So I lost my job. I decided to sell dinners or whatever. That night, made a decent little bread. You feel me? Next thing you know, from like literally that night, my shit picked up. Like, I was getting calls every day, like, "Oh, Tiff, you cooking. And it's crazy because another thing, people who know me, like friends that I've had from back in the day, you come to my house, first thing I'm like, "You hungry? You hungry?"
Okay,
you ate? Like, anyone who knows me knows, like, I used to cook. My mother didn't like to cook back in the day, so it was either myself or my father.
Right.
I gotta cook for my brother and my sister. So it was just like, it's just full circle.
Okay.
The fact that I have Tiff Soul Food is like, my grandmother used to cook. She's a caterer, all like that stuff. Like, sis is always making a cake, homemade bread, getting busy. You feel me? Yeah. My mom, she's not really a cooker. she can do it. Like, when she cook, you just like, "Mom, you good? What's wrong?
You need help? Or you want me to take over?
But she can cook.
Okay.
She just not. She ain't with the shit. Right.
Hey, where did you grow up in? Passaic?
I grew up in Brooklyn.
Okay.
I moved to Clifton when I was like, I don't even remember.
Okay.
When I was a young teen. Teen. And yeah, like, went to Christopher Middle School, then went to Clifton High. So, like, everyone knows me. Had the step team or whatever.
Yeah, I remember the step team in Clifton High.
The first step team in Clifton High.
You were making moves even in high school.
Real quick. So that was dope. And then I always had, like, the chill house. Every day after school, like, it's 50,
Tiffany,
60 people. I'm trying to tell you, relationships that happen.
Me right now,
yo,
that me and Tiffany dated the same guy at some point in our lives.
That shit was wild. Anyway, yeah, let's move on back to the school. So,
listen, you know what? We grown.
Shit happens.
And that's it.
Look,
shit happens. We grown. I mean, it's a full circle. It's no hard. I didn't even think about that shit until she said chill house.
Okay.
Because okay.
Real quick.
Hey, listen, it's all love.
It's all love.
Queens fix crowns.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good. We,
Yes, thank you for having me.
Of course. Okay, so basically with the episode that we're doing today, I just wanted to get into some different dishes that we can do for each other. I love the idea that we cook for ourselves, cook for others, and just cook as a way to kind of get people together, whether it's family, love. I feel like there's so much invested in food and cooking, and I feel like the art in it is being able to think and feel and taste. It's like using all your senses to create something that someone else is going to be able to have the same experience or something else. It's literally your spirit into someone else, and I feel like that alone is an art. I respect the shit out of it. So that's why, like, when I meet a chef or when I meet somebody and they're cooking, I don't just respect the fact that cooking is hard and no, I respect the love you put in it. Like your precision. Like, you guys are gonna see made with love. It's just she is making it in a way I haven't seen it made before, and like I'm seeing other people make grits, but it's just the way you're putting your love into it. That's what makes it Tiff Soul Food. So I'm really excited to try these.
I'm excited.
And we
for
made
you.
3 different meals.
3.
And the first one is, if you would like
Yes.
to explain.
Okay, so the first one is my jerk shrimp over cheddar grits.
Girl, talk.
I'm just trying to tell you.
Say it
it's
deep.
an experience. Grits of love.
Damn.
You know, I just consider my food gourmet.
Do not threaten me with a good time.
Because of the love that I put in my food, you know, I want you to really like taste it. You know, the food make you dance real quick. Like you just like, damn, like that. I love that shit. I'm trying to tell you, my boyfriend, when I give him food, okay, he ain't even swallow it yet. I'm like, how is it? Food is something. Food should look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And food should just make you like feel good. We need it.
You said it was an experience.
It's an experience. I feel like my food is definitely an experience. Sis. Hold on, let me catch you with the first bite. You heard? Cause
like, look, okay, this is the thing. It's different. It's different if like when you're like watching it on TV or whatever. But like I was literally watching Tiffany make it in my house this whole time. And then she took a long ass pause because she was talking to her man, but we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna do all that.
Hey, Daddy.
Anyway.
Yes,
so like I've been literally waiting to try this. But say I'm sorry, say it one more time. What is it?
Okay, so it is the jerk shrimp over cheddar grits. You feel me? Get into that real quick. Facts.
And can I tell you, Tiffany doesn't know this, but anybody that knows me knows I love shrimp and grits. Like that's
really?
not. I swear to God.
Oh my God!
I didn't tell you
that.
That I like. I went out recently.
Right.
To somewhere.
Okay.
And let me tell you, the first thing I did was try shrimp and grits, and it was like amazing. So this, I'm a shrimp and grits lover.
I'm excited for you to taste my version. That's dope. You ready?
Yes, girl, please.
You about to get
un bocado, espérate, bocado. Girl, bye. What is in the grits? What is in
cheese.
There's love and cheese.
Love and cheese, man. Love and cheese. You see that little two-step right there? Yes. How you feel?
Girl. Okay, so like this is seriously delicious. It's like, you know what it is? It's super, super flavorful. Like it's not your regular shrimp and grits where it's like the grits are soft and muted and the shrimp is like everything together is like, this is what you want when you're at a Caribbean party and it's late night, you have mad beer, mad drinks, and you chilling and you need something, you need something to get you right. This gonna get you right. This gonna get you right. All right, my darlings, we're on the second dish. And Tiffany, if you would like to tell us about it.
Yes. This is my chicken Rosa pasta. Yes, I used spaghetti noodles this time around. I normally make it with like penne noodles. I make whatever. Like, I'm not the traditional baked mac and cheese, gotta be with elbows. Like, nah. Yeah. Like, whatever I'm in the mood for, that's what I'm gonna make.
And this dish is for your boo.
Right, because it's easy. Comfort food vibes. You know everybody like a good pasta, says. Trying to say.
Yo, this tastes like
homemade sauce.
Homemade. Yo, she was making that sauce for dumbass long. This is so good. I feel like these are really good drunk ass late night meals.
Yes, most that.
Like, I don't really drink like that. I don't drink at all, really, to be honest. But I feel like this is another dish that you can make your partner, like, obviously you've been drinking, you need something in your stomach. This is like a great dish. It's like, it's super flavorful, but it's like super light. Like, I don't feel like it's a pasta dish, but it doesn't feel heavy to me. So I think it's delish.
Right. Thank you, though.
When Win. So we are on the last dish, which is, I could tell you just by looking at it, it's gonna be my favorite one. Well, first of all, I'm a sweets girl. I love flavorful dishes and I love spicy food. But this dish right here, I love sweet stuff, and I saw bananas. Like, I feel like Tiffany's hitting all these buttons that she didn't know I had.
Right.
Like, I love shrimp and grits.
Okay.
Okay. And then she pulled out, it has banana in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I love banana everything. And I am like a banana pudding. Like, I love banana pudding.
Yes. Well, this is like...
Talk to me. What is it?
Like... How can I explain this? This is like my elevation of my normal banana pudding. So this is the triple caramel double banana pudding. Like...
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit sticky here.
Girl. I can't even.
You gotta...
Okay, first of all, what's like in it? What's this creamy? What's in it? That's
the actual banana pudding. And it has chunks of real bananas. It has banana cake.
Ay, Dios mío.
Yeah, caramel.
Yo. What do you call this? Do you have a title for this? Do you have a name? What inspired this particular dish?
This
is my favorite one. I'm sorry, guys. This is this is my favorite dish of all of them. This is delicious.
Well, ever since... Okay, let me tell you how the banana pudding came into play with Tiff Soul Food. So, hubby's favorite dish, or one of his favorite desserts, is banana pudding. So once we were together, and he was like, "Yo, babe, this is what I like." I literally went online one day, just found a recipe for banana pudding, and just like tweaked it, put my own little like spin on it. The first time he had it, he was like, "This can't be your first time making this." I was like, "I swear to God, it's my first time."
This is so good.
Thank you, bro. So started selling banana pudding, and everyone went crazy for it because it's not like the normal banana pudding. Like, it's not like layered, and it just has everything in it. Like, I can't even explain. So this is more of an upgrade to the normal dish.
It's like a deconstructed banana pudding.
Yes.
It's like
you could taste
broken up into a beautiful piece.
Like, you could taste
like
everything.
A strong woman.
Okay, hello.
This is woman empowerment in a
Real
plate.
Quick, sis.
It just tastes smooth, but it's got power. You know what? It tastes like Chanel.
Oh. Not Chanel.
Call her Chanel. Because Chanel got this thing where it's simple, but it makes a statement. You know what I'm saying? That's that bold shit.
Okay.
And I like that.
I appreciate that.
All right, guys. So now we're going to get into Power Move of the Week. And our Power Mover is Sandy from Sandy Soul Bites in Morristown, New Jersey. She's got the only soul food restaurant offering Southern homestyle meals and cooked to perfection. And let me tell you, I met Sandy such a long time ago. And one of the things I can tell you for sure is that the moment you meet Sandy, you feel warm. She's very heartwarming and loving and welcoming. And I could only imagine that that's literally what you feel walking into this restaurant. I haven't been there yet, but once all this is over, I cannot wait to make a trip. Her testimony alone is inspiring. She faced so many challenges trying to bring this location to where it is now. And she fought and created that opportunity for herself through cooking. She went from cooking with love for loved ones to gaining more loved ones from cooking with love. And, you know, Sandy truly has a heart of gold. She really does. And which is exactly why she got the Power Move of the Week. Due to the coronavirus and the policies and protocols that have been put in place, they could no longer serve their guests. So with her golden heart and keeping with their no waste policy, they were donating their food that was left over after the end of each shift to an organization within their community. And that to me is the meaning of unity and love, especially during such a time of turmoil for so many people. to be able to think outside of yourself, outside of your family, and say, how can I help? How can I give? What can I do? You know, even from a distance. You understand? She couldn't, you obviously can't get close to people, right? But she did everything she could, her and her family did everything they could until they couldn't anymore. And one of those ways was to give out the food, the leftover food after each shift. And I respect that. And I know that she did it with love. To me, that's power. There's power in unity. There's power in love. There's power in reaching out. There's power in help. There's power in support. There's power in that. And that's why she got Power Move of the Week. Because to be able to see outside of yourself, to help someone else during this time is selfless. And there's power in that. So I just want to give Sandy's Soul Bites a shout out. Again, they're in Morristown. Please go to Instagram, follow, look at their food. I love the vibe and the energy and the way she created it. It's a very unique restaurant. And I cannot wait until I get there. So Sandy, if you're watching, I see you. I see your moves. I see what you're doing. And on behalf of anyone within your community, and all of us watching, we appreciate your heartwarming gesture of donating. And to all of the vendors, because I know she's not the only one. There's restaurants everywhere that are doing the same thing. Thank you. There are people out there who really need this help, who are really going through it. And for you guys to really go out of your way to help others, it's really a power move. And I look forward to seeing you and going to your restaurant and enjoying the food. All right, and that's the show today. Ya acabaron por hoy. Let me know about some of your favorite memories, your favorite dishes, what you love about cooking, what you enjoy about cooking with other people, what you think about this episode. Let me know. I'm open to criticism. I am. Email me at latenightwithlindarosa@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram, on YouTube, same thing. Late Night with Linda Rosa. Make sure you listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that good stuff. I'm out there. Show you support. I thank you and I love you. And remember, be kind. Don't be an asshole, okay? You're a masterpiece, so act like it. And I hope you had a great day and that tomorrow is even better. And I'll catch you